welcome to another live. So today we are going to be talking about stress, how to manage it and what it does to your body. I think that it's important for us to know exactly what stress does to our body in order for us to know how to manage it. Good morning, Lungi. How are you doing today? So I'm just going to start a poll and start with the topic. Do you know how to manage stress? So how are you doing on my Lungstar? How is the morning going for you? All right, so I think I'm just gonna start with the topic, with how many of the people are here, because I know that when I'm replaying these lives, it's better for people to just start talking. I am doing well, thanks. I'm doing well, thank you. It's a hot morning, but yeah. While other people are complaining about the cold, we are complaining about the heat. Spring and autumn are my seasons. Summer, winter, nah. Okay. So, yeah. So, I'm going to start with explaining how stress affects your body, because I think we take it lightly how much we can be affected by, I can only imagine, Nungi, how much we can be affected by stress. And I think it was Mushle that mentioned it yesterday, that worry, because yesterday we were talking about worry and we were talking about how it can actually affect you physically. So today I thought I would just continue on with stress. So we have 3 people in the building, not even one single like. Like the live, guys. Please don't forget to like the live. I know it's easy to forget. Okay. So first of all, let's talk about how stress affects your muscles. So in short-term stress, and this is the stress that is good for us, actually, because there is good stress and there is bad stress. Good stress is that which helps you to overcome something. So maybe let me start there. Thank you, Lungi. Thank you so much. So the reason why we have stress, and every single thing in our body is functional, right? But we only are supposed to have it in, doesn't reflect, we saw from Makado's live yesterday. Oh, I see, Lungi. I guess YouTube is doing some updates and they are not reflecting things as they used to do. Hi, Alice. Good morning. How are you doing today? We are talking about stress, what stress does to our body, and how we can manage it. So, every single thing that we have in our body, every response is good because it helps us to manage situations around us. So, for example, having worry and having anxiety, having stress, short term is good because it is preparing us to handle a situation. For example, if you are anxious about something or you're anxious about someone, maybe it is because you had an altercation with them online, right? And you exchanged words. And then you see them in real life, you see them physically. You're going to get stressed and you're going to get anxious. That's your body pumping blood to all of the vessels that you need. So it takes away from some organs and it pumps it to your hands and it pumps it to your legs. So that is flight or fight. We get into a state of flight or fight. And that's because when our ancestors were advancing and when they were evolving, they had to have this flight or fight mode because They were living there in the jungles with animals, and there were a lot of things that could attack them. So anxiety and stress was meant to give them that blood flow. So either they're going to be punching lions or they're going to be running away from them. So that's why these things are necessary. Now, when we have them long term, that's when they bring problems to our body. And that's what we are trying to talk about today. Good morning, Joanna. Hi, Samuel. No wonder I too, they slap person 2 seconds everywhere. Samuel, yes, it is actually natural. We get into that state when someone threatens you or you feel threatened, you get into that fight or flight mode. But we need to talk about managing the stress so that um, we don't get into trouble. So yes, Samuel, Jojo, good morning and thank you. Welcome to the chat. Today we are talking about stress. So let's talk about how stress affects our muscles. Let me get into it in detail. So short term, your muscles tense up suddenly and then they release when the stress is gone. So when your muscles tense up, it means that if something attacks you or if someone hits you or if something bites you, it's not going to do as much damage because it can't actually penetrate through up to a place where it can hurt you. And that's enough to help protect you from too much damage. So short term, muscle tension is good. Good morning, Mushle. Wondering I'm in the background and text you, so I can't hear you. Okay, Mushle. Thank you so much for joining. I don't like stress, but it's cool. I don't go wild anymore. That's good. So that means you have already gotten to the second part of this life where you are managing your stress. I don't like stress. Yeah, no one likes stress. Actually, we shouldn't have stress, but actually, I enjoy when doing stressful stuff. Okay, that's good. You've gotten to the part where we're trying to learn to get to to get to manage our stress. Alison, finally you get to know how it feels Butle, to be on a live stream, but you can't hear anything. Yes, and all you'll be seeing are comments from everywhere. So I am going to. It looks like YouTube has advanced. Hi, Moose Dog. How are you doing? Uh, okay. So I'm going to. Okay. Thank you, Alice. That is exactly why I put you as a moderator. Thank you so much. So we've spoken about short-term stress on muscles. Now, long-term stress, which is what we're trying to avoid. If your muscles are always tense, you can develop problems like tension headaches, migraines, as well as other chronic pains. So this is what we are trying to avoid. And when I was growing up, almost all of the people who were around me almost all of the people who are around me would always complain about headaches. I'm having a headache, my back hurts, my wrist hurts, or something like that. And that is all related to long-term stress because if we're being honest, we experience situations that bring stress into our lives every day, whether it is financial, whether it is the economy in general, whether it is society in general, whether it is a project you're trying to work on or trying to start, whether it is content creation. We experience stress even from our jobs, especially from our jobs. And we also experience stress at home. So when it is not properly dealt with and when it is within our body for too long, it actually affects how our normal body functions because you can't have your muscles tensed up all the time. They have to release for them to go back to the normal functions. So that is one of the effects of long-term stress on our bodies. I'm good. I'm all good. Birthday today, so got the day off. Okay. I will sing one line for you just in case I get copywritten. I don't know if the birthday song is copywritten, but happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Thank you so much for joining on your birthday. And what are you planning on doing on your day off? Nahom, hi, how are you? Thank you so much for coming back and showing up. Stress is not what happens to us, it's our response to what happens. And response is something we can choose. Yes, exactly, Nahom. That's exactly what we're going to be talking about on the second half of this topic. We can manage stress, we can manage it. Someone said I'm hot-tempered, but I always control it. But when I was 8 years old or more, I really controlled it. Even my mom was aware. Yeah. I think also there are situations around us that contribute to the type of stress we bring and the anger we have. So I'm happy that now in your later ages and your later stages in life, you're able to control it because it's actually not good for you. Molweni Dineo, how are you doing this morning? Joanna, I need to perfect managing stress because apparently it's delaying my healing too. Only now I'm learning to let go because wow, my muscles were forever in pain. Now chronic inflammation does not go away. Oh, Jojo, I am so sorry for that. And actually, yes, I was going to talk about inflammation as well because it's very difficult to know what's going on inside your body because we tend ad- to attribute some symptoms to general health, but sometimes it is actually something that we are creating because we are not managing how we are thinking. This issue of we're an overthinker, you don't sleep well at night, you are always stressed about something, you're always worrying about something. That's why yesterday I was talking about worry because it actually affects us more than we know. And I'm really happy that you're working towards that. The first step is realization. Once you realize what it's doing to you, you can work towards it. But yeah, I'm really sorry about that, Jojo. Alice said I get anxious a lot but not stressed. I don't know if that's the same thing. No, Alice, it is quite different, although it may have similar body reactions. So for example, when you're anxious, usually your heart is beating at a faster rate. Some people may sweat. You might get prickly at the back of your head, but they have the same bodily responses, but they come from a different source. So, greetings there, Didi from Jojo. Love there to Jojo from Dineo. Askis from Lungi Jojo. Linda, good morning. How are you? Finally, a normal live stream. Linda, we will try, but you see, there are people working outside, so I don't know if you can hear that, but we will try and have a normal one. We did do birthday. Samuel. Yes, because one of the people in the chat has a birthday, so I thought I would sing a little song. Yes, Linda, Samuel is here. Our friend Samuel is here. Hi, Nengi. Good morning, and thank you for joining the live. Lingy said one of the pastors had a sermon on unforgiveness and stress and just said some people do not need miracles, they need to forgive and let go of the stress. So true, Lungi, so true. Because it really does a number on our bodies, our immune system as well, the way we even relate to other people. And I remember in one of our live streams, we were talking about how sometimes our parents were reacting to the situations around them, right? They had a lot of stress when we were growing up about money, feeding us, school fees, all of that. And sometimes we would be met in the crossfire. So the relationships, even with parents and children, can be helped and healed if stress is managed. So yeah, and unforgiveness is a big one. It's a big one because it also leads to a lot of chest pains because you're holding a grudge here and bitterness here. So physically, it can come as chest pains. Dre, I'll be in the background. I'll fully be focused at 10:30. No problem. Thank you, Dineo. And Nigeria is stressed already, but thank God I'm not there anymore. Samuel, our African countries have a lot of stress with them. Like when I think of Zimbabwe, it's the same thing. Just trying to live through day by day is a lot of stress. But even when we are in those situations, we have to try and manage the stress. It's not nice, Alice. Felt it yesterday in Joanna's live. Now I'm feeling it again. Sorry, Mutle. Oh yeah, and we were laughing at you. We were trying to trick you. Sorry. There's a lady who shared that she was angry with her deceased husband and was stressing when she forgave him, she healed. Lunyi, that's deep. Because imagine being angry with someone you don't even see anymore, someone who can't even say sorry. If you don't heal from that, that is going to continuously be there. Yeah, it's true. Sometimes all you have to do is forgive. And yeah, a lot of suffering can go. Yeah, we suffer mostly. Thinking of getting headsets when I pass town. Yeah, mostly please try to do so. Good morning, Kathy. Good morning, Christina. Thank you so much for joining the live. Today we're talking about stress, how it affects our bodies, and how we can manage the stress. Greetings there, Kathy and Christina from Linda. Mostly I bought them on Shein because of missing live streams when I'm in a taxi. Oh, so did they come in the order that you got yesterday, Alice? The one that was out for delivery? Yay for you and yay for us. Fomo got me the Chuck Slam Mutli. Alice, is the quality good? Good friend. Good question, I mean. Linda Love there from Kathy. Tedo, your friend here from Dubai. Hi, Tedo. Thank you so much for joining. A friend of your cousin Steve. Guys, Steve is always plugging me with so many subscribers. He is such, you know, that family that is so supportive. So many people have subscribed to me from Dubai, and it's because of my brother Steve. So I'm very happy, very happy to have you here, Tedo. Greetings there, Nengi and Kathy from Lungi. Yes, Linda, I've been buying them. My son always makes them disappear. Oh, I see, Alice. So we're not getting a review because you already know how they perform. Yeah. Guys, every time I see these kind of comments and I see what my nephews and nieces do, I have to prepare myself because I know how it's going to be when I have my children. Alice, yes, they always disappear. Catherine has dropped a video, guys. Okay, Catherine. So I'm going to be catching up on your video after the live stream. Definitely buying them, Shame. All right. Okay, so greetings all around there. Thank you guys for the likes. We have 7 likes. I think some of us have forgotten to like the video. Please don't forget to like, or maybe YouTube is not counting. I don't know, but thank you so much. So let's talk about the respiratory system and how stress affects our respiratory system. So short term, you breathe harder and faster and can even hyperventilate, which can cause panic attacks in some people. But this hyperventilation and breathing faster, like I said, helps you when you're supposed to escape a situation, or especially when you're supposed to escape a situation. And when you breathe faster, you're sending more oxygen to your body and your muscles. So again, it's fight or flight mode. And when it is managed correctly, it's okay. But in long term, Breathing hard can make it difficult to get enough oxygen because you're sending oxygen to the places that you need it for the short term, because you're not going to be fighting for hours and hours and hours. So you don't need oxygen in all of your hands and your legs for running or fighting for hours and hours on end. If that happens, then you might find it hard to breathe. So that's another reason why we have to be careful about managing stress. Subscribe with all of my channels. Thank you, Tedo. He supported so much. Yeah, a lot. Yes, Lungi. Steve is one of my biggest supporters. Okay, the Moi Moi video. Okay, I saw the notification and I put it in my watch later. So I am definitely gonna be watching that. This morning with my live stream is a perfect example day of what to expect. Yes, Linda, you guys are preparing me, so I really appreciate that. I just have to know what to prepare, so I don't sit down and cry in one corner, because knowing me, as the child is crying, I'll also sit down next to them and start crying because I don't know how to handle that, but I'm learning. You're right, Lungi. Forgiveness should start within oneself, because you will be bolting your life forever. It's like you are your own demon, which you're doing yourself a favor. Yes. I always say that forgiveness is never for the other person. Forgiveness is never for anyone else other than yourself, because you release yourself from a lot of bitterness, a lot of stress, a lot of confusion. So, yeah, it's important for us to release. Yeah, we need to always have this habit of forgiving and managing our stress. Playing Miss Malaka and Kat afterwards, Christina, we need to release ourselves. Yes, we really need to. Yeah, greetings from Mukhle to everyone who has just joined. So let's talk about hypertension, guys, because in Zimbabwe, and what you mentioned, Samuel, in Zimbabwe, there is a lot of stress. And you know, the diseases that are very prominent in Zimbabwe are hypertension, high blood pressure, because people are always in a constant state of stress and they have to take a drug every day in the morning for their blood pressure or their hypertension. So your heart beats harder and faster, and your blood vessels dilate in short term, pushing more blood into your large muscles and raising your blood pressure. Again, fight or flight. So short term, if you can manage it, okay, that's fine. But in long term, constantly elevated heart rate, blood pressure, and stress hormones can increase your odds of, number one, a heart attack, a stroke, hypertension, and can also affect your cholesterol levels, which causes inflammation in your circulatory system. And I'm putting this here so that we know the importance of managing our stress, because we want to have long and healthy lives. And although we might eat well, although we might sleep well, which is what I'm going to talk about later, it's important for us to try and be intentional and conscious about alleviating these stress symptoms, because they really do affect us long term. So I just want to scare everyone a little bit into taking this issue of managing worry and stress seriously. So, yeah. And then the endocrine system, which are our hormones, right? Short term, the stress hormones like adrenaline or cortisol give your body energy to fight or run away from a stressor, right? Fight or flight. Your liver can also produce more blood sugar to give yourself energy. But when it is long term, some people don't reabsorb the extra blood sugar and their liver pumps out, and they may be more likely to develop type 2 diabetes. So diabetes is also a disease that is prevalent a lot in Zimbabwe. You see how stress is taking over our people, and it's bringing us diseases that we should not have. So high blood pressure, diabetes, because of stress. Overexposure to cortisol can also lead to thyroid problems and affect your ability to think clearly. And also, stress, the cortisol hormone, also affects you when you are trying to lose weight. It actually makes you gain weight. Stress makes you gain weight, and not good weight. It is something that is stored as a fatty liver, which is unhealthy, right? So when you don't manage your stress, you have the risk of diabetes, hypertension, blood pressure, high blood pressure. So it's something that we need to take very seriously, guys. I left my phone playing the live stream. Thank you, Alice. At least your phone was with us while you were getting your parcel. Unforgiveness is like drinking poison, expecting the other person to die. Screenshot, screenshot. Yes, yes. So thank you. And that is so true. We have to release ourselves from that. When you dig a pit, you're the one who's going to fall in it, right? When you devise evil because you are unforgiving, it's going to affect you. So very, very true, Lungi. And Linda is saying true. Stress makes one gain weight. I'm just knowing it. Yeah, it's because of the cortisol hormone, Catherine. It affects you, even if, like, there's stress that doesn't come from life situations, but stress that you put on your body by not sleeping well. And that's something we're going to discuss as well, how to manage it. Sleep is very important for managing stress. Alice is giving content creator vibes. Yes, it really is, Alice. We are always receiving puzzles. Thanks for sharing, Gray. You're most welcome. It is my pleasure, Catherine. Unboxing. Yes, yes, yes. This challenge, we have so many videos lined up, Alice. Stress makes one gain weight. It does, Nengi, because of the hormones that we get. Hi, Nengi from Christina. Unforgiveness and stress aren't beneficial to the human body. Not at all. Not at all. And it's more serious than people take it. So I just thought that it would be it because we don't talk about it much. I think people take it for granted. So I thought maybe if I bring it in a more serious aspect, people might consider it more. People and myself. All right. No, Linda, it's for my business. I sell cosmetics as a side hustle. Okay. Okay, Lisa. Alice. I was about to say Lisa. Okay, Alice. So Avon and the perfumes, I'm assuming, because that's what I have seen from your videos. Okay, so let's talk about our gastrointestinal system and how it is affected by stress. So short term, you may feel butterflies in your stomach, a little pain, some nausea, or your appetite might change. So I am going to give you a let's do a breather from seriousness. I'm going to tell you something that used to happen to me when I was younger, all right? So I don't know if I'm sure you no, maybe you don't, but we have this powdered milk in Zimbabwe called Everyday. And that powdered milk is so sweet. Like, it is a sweet powdered milk. So when I was younger, I used to steal that powdered milk because it was meant for our tea. You know, when we didn't have fresh milk, like Zimbabwe has gone up and down. So sometimes the farmers wouldn't supply fresh milk. So we would have that everyday powdered milk, and it was meant for the tea. Now, Audrey of, I think I was maybe 7, 8 years old. I was very young. So I would then go into the kitchen and steal a spoon of everyday milk. And just before I'm about to steal, because I'm feeling stressed, my stomach would have a pain, right? And I always remember that and I always laugh because my body was actually trying to, I thought maybe it was trying to warn me not to do that. And when I was younger, I always felt like, oh, that was my conscience telling me don't steal, right? But yeah, in my stomach, I would have that pain. And now that I'm older, I understand that that was actually stress because I knew that if I got caught, my mom was going to do something to me. So yeah, that was the stress. Busy at work listening. Thank you, Dr. Amy, for joining. Thank you so much. And we are talking about stress today. We're talking about the effects of stress first, and then we are going to talk about how to manage it. Yes, Alice. Okay. I only know Mazoe juice, LOL. Yes, our best export. I love Mazoe. So, long term, stress can lead to severe chronic pain and change in your eating habits. So, you can also develop acid reflux. If you have any problems with acid reflux, it's probably because you have been having long term stress. I heard you stealing powdered. Imagine logging into a live and the first thing you're hearing is someone stealing powdered milk. No, Dr. Amy, that is not the real topic. The real topic is stress and stress management. Okay, so another thing that stress can affect is your sleep. So you are going to have sleep problems, insomnia, because you are constantly ruminating or thinking, overthinking, worrying about things that you can change. If so, if you can change them, it's better for you to actually go and do what you're supposed to do rather than constantly worrying about them, or things you can't change, which you need to just let go of and release that control you think you have over them. So, going back to yesterday's topic, but yes, your sleep can be affected by the fact that you are stressed out because you keep on working your brain where it's supposed to be resting. So maybe you sleep for an hour, then you think about what is stressing you, it takes you out of sleep. Then you sleep again, you have a dream about what's stressing you. This happens as well. And then you're up. So it's very important for us to manage our stress because sleep is very important for our bodies. We need to have at least 7 to 8 hours of sleep because that's when our body rests. It also helps to expel the toxins that we take in through the day. So from every organ in your body, it takes in toxins. And when you are sleeping, that's when it releases those toxins. So when you wake up in the morning, those toxins are released. It helps with your digestion as well. So our gut affects a lot of things in our bodies. It affects headaches. It affects muscle pain. It affects inflammation. So when you are sleeping and when you have a good sleep, the digestion works well. But when you have short, interrupted sleep, then that means that you're not going to be able to digest well. So all of these things tie in together in how you manage your body and your stress. Confession time. Yes, it was, Dr. Amy. I have so many things that I've gone through when I was a kid. Anyway, I'm so happy that my parents loved me because I really put them through a lot. Got it from the title, just kidding. I know, Dr. Amy, you're always pulling my leg. Fatigue. So, stress can also not only have an effect on your emotions, but your emotions then tend to have an effect on your energy levels. So you're going to feel really fatigued if you continuously have stress. So imagine you're worrying about, let me give an example. You're worrying about a business that you want to start or a business that you're doing. And maybe you're worrying that you don't have a lot of clients. And that worry is giving you is having a toll on your energy levels. So now you're going to be feeling fatigued, whereas you're supposed to be maybe posting more on social media about your business, inquiring to find if you can get a cheaper supplier, inquiring to find if you can get cheaper packaging depending on what it is you're doing, or moving around and seeing if you can get cheaper ingredients. But when you are fatigued, you are going to feel so overwhelmed that you're not going to do anything. So it's going to be a repetitive cycle of your business is not going to go well. You're going to find everything expensive. Your clients are not going to come, and you're going to continue to have stress. So that's why it's important for us to have a balance of managing our stress. Short-term stress, okay, it's fine because it pushes us to do something. But long continuous stress is really bad for us. It's okay, Lungi, as long as you are in the background while sleeping really helps ease a lot of things. Yeah. Yes, Dineo, sleep is very important. We need rest. Going back to Dr. Amy's live yesterday, we need rest. It's more important for us than we know. You are Midre. Yes, Alice. I remember from that live where we were sharing about our childhoods, I saw that me and you, we are kinfolk when it comes to stressing our families when we were younger. I feel like it's the pack of being the last born. Right, Alice? Yeah, we were allowed to do so because, yeah, why not? Why not? All right, so going back to something you said earlier, Alice, anxiety. So stress causes anxiety. Hi, Annie. Good morning. Thank you so much for joining. So some worry is normal, but if you're stressed for a long time, it creates anxiety. And when you have too much anxiety, it affects not only yourself, but it affects the relationships that you have with people around you. It starts in your home. Then it can also affect your work because you're not going to be concentrating enough to produce the best work that you can. And that may lead to many other problems within the workplace that will also give you more stress. So you see what I'm saying about stress being a cycle. If it's not cut off, it's going to actually create more and more stress for you. Thank you, Annie, for the thumbs up. Jojo, my bestie. Good morning, everyone in the background attending to kids. Okay, Annie, thank you so much for joining. So it also affects aches and pains, and we've spoken about this before. If you have especially back pain is a symptom of stress. So so you have your upper back pain here when you have tension here by your shoulders. That is a symptom of stress, sorry. Then you have your lower back pain. That is also a symptom of stress. So if you are suffering from any of those, please consider managing your stress or thinking what is stressing you in your life, and be intentional about trying to worry less about it or dealing with it head on so that you remove that stress from your life. Yeah, because it does come physically to your body. Then the last one is inflammation. Yes, it does. It does. Greetings there, Annie and Lungi. It really escalates to bigger challenges. It does, Dineo, and we don't see it when it is forming or when it is escalating, but it is a cycle that we need to break. So this happens, inflammation happens when your immune system responds to something it sees as a threat or makes tissues in your body swell. And this can play a role in heart disease, in arthritis. And so this is another big reason why we have to tackle it before it gets bad. The more you stress, the more you stress in your head, right? And that's why we are always concentrating, I'm always concentrating on wellness, all round wellness. So I speak about nutrition, I speak about exercise, working out. I also speak about rest, self-care, because this all contributes to the overall wellness of your body and also the overall wellness of the people around you, the people you interact with, because what is going on with you is also going to affect them one way or the other. We are learning well today. Thank you, Linda. Thank you. Trudy, if left for long, it escalates. That is dangerous. So dangerous, Alice. And sometimes we don't notice it. Okay, so let's now discuss what we can do to manage stress. And some of these things we have spoken about before on the lives, but I think it's good to, in this whole package, after being scared about what can happen when we don't manage stress, speak about how we can manage it. So the first point is having a positive attitude. And I know this is something really hard to do because, again, of the situations that we are living in. Life gives us stress left, right, and center. But if we are intentional about being positive, especially those first 5-10 minutes of your day, if you're positive in those first 5 or 10 minutes of your day, it actually leads the way of your day being more positive. So trying to keep away from bad news in the first part of your day is very important. So we spoke about being grateful, having gratitude first thing in the morning. So although everything is going left, right, front, center, but the first thing you have to be grateful for is the fact that you woke up, because you waking up is a blessing. You still having breath in your lungs is a blessing. And that also gives you an opportunity to change the things that are stressing you. So I think it's very important to start the day with gratitude. And then Ole was saying, and we were talking on Ole's live about morning devotion. And I was saying that morning devotion helps me because it calms me down. I read a chapter, I understand what it's saying, and sometimes it's scary because it's talking about, God's vengeance. Like right now, I'm reading Isaiah, and a lot of people call Isaiah the prophet of doom, but he actually isn't. When you read him in the full context, you understand that it's just a warning, but he also speaks about the promises that come when you are faithful to God, right? So for me, it's very calming. It also teaches me of the promises that God has for me. It also teaches me, like yesterday when we were talking about worry, it's also funny because it's telling me that no matter how much you worry, you're not going to change anything, the things that are out of your control. So it also teaches me life lessons as well and principles that help me to go through this stressful life. So another thing that you can consider is a morning devotional. And one thing I have stopped doing is going on social media immediately when I wake up. I used to do that a lot, especially in COVID, because I wanted to have an update on what was happening. But I realized that it was really bad for me. So the only thing I do when I wake up is I post whatever I have read that day. I don't scroll through, I don't do anything else. I avoid answering messages or opening messages. Then I work out, or I go for a walk, I clean the house, then I'm on my phone. By that time, I've been in a positive mood for at least an hour and a half, 2 hours of the day. Life gives us lemons, we should turn them into lemonade. I love that, Dineo. Yes, we should always bring out a good situation out of the bad. Okay, so the second thing is something we also spoke about yesterday, is accepting the things that you cannot control, because there is no use for you stressing over how the economy is at a particular point. The only thing you can do is vote. And if you're fortunate enough that votes in your country matter, then that's what you can do. Otherwise, you as an individual are not going to be able to change the state of affairs. So, what you can change is in your immediate vicinity. What can you do to improve your current situation? What can you do to venture into other businesses, even when you are working? These are some of the things that you can do to help to manage the stress. So let go of the things we have no control over. There is always something to be grateful for. Yes, Dineo. The fact that we are here on live, it means we have an internet connection. It means we have electricity. Yeah, because sometimes we don't have electricity. It means we also have a community that supports us. That's something that we should be grateful for. So another thing is being assertive instead of aggressive. And this is something that I need to work on, because it's very difficult for me to express how I am feeling towards something or someone. So it says here, assert your feelings, opinions, or beliefs instead of becoming angry, defensive, or passive. I am passive aggressive. I have this problem of being passive aggressive. So if someone does something I don't like, I keep quiet. And it's not, sometimes it is a silent treatment, but most of the times I just stop responding to whatever's happening at that particular moment. And I expect the next person to understand that, look, it was this particular thing that you did that got me upset. But that doesn't work, because if someone taking my pen at the office upsets me, because I don't know where their hands have been. I don't know if they have washed their hands. So if someone takes my pen in the office and I just get passive aggressive, I just keep quiet. They don't know what I'm angry about. They don't even know if I'm angry. But if I'm assertive enough to say, look, I don't like people touching my pens, because I am very finicky with hygiene, right? And I say, look, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna have two bowls of 2 jars of pens, which is what I actually did, because I had an office mate. So one jar was of my personal pens, and the other jar was of the pens that every other person could use when they came into the office. And you know what? That worked so well for us. But if I wasn't assertive enough to say that, that was going to be stressing me every day, because people use pens every day in the office. So be assertive with your feelings, so that the next person can understand what you don't like and you avoid those stressful situations again. I'm here, but I will be actively inactive. Okay, Dr. Amy, thank you so much. Stress of surviving or stress of being alive? Well, both. Both, Millie, because we are either surviving something traumatic that has happened, but we also have the stress that comes with being alive, because as we are living, we're living on Earth. And unfortunately, Earth might not be favorable for us all the time, because there are seasons, right? We have seasons in life. We have seasons where things are good. We have seasons when things are bad. So we're talking about the seasons where things are bad. How do we navigate through us? I think I might wake up early to do my devotions because it feels like that may be my quiet time. Yes, yes, Lungi. I think you need that, especially because you have a young son who always wants your attention when you are at home, like you said. So if you wake up maybe 30 minutes earlier, an hour earlier, I don't know how long, but when you have your quiet time, it is definitely, I think, going to calm you to start your day in a better, more positive way. So another thing is how to manage stress is managing your time effectively. We don't have a shortage of time. We just don't know how to manage our time effectively, right? So if we have 8 hours of sleep, that leaves us with 16 hours in the day. And in those 16 hours, we have, most of us work 8 hours in the day. So that leaves us with 8 other hours, right? Let's put in maybe 2 hours of cooking. We still have 6 hours. Then let's put in an hour or two with family, which we can also combine with those 2 hours of cooking, right? So we still have more time to ourselves, being present within ourselves, showing ourselves love, right? Because it's important to fill the cup that you're going to pour out of, right? Yodre, like before taking time off work, definitely I was assertive with my colleague to stop complaining to me about their stressful work and people around it because wow, it was starting to impact me. Especially when you're on the way to managing your own stress and life because when I'm quiet, I want to plan my life, content, kids, and even work so I don't get overwhelmed. Yes, Joanna, it's important to be assertive because misery loves company. So if someone is stressed out about whatever they're stressed out about, or they want to complain about the boss or the salary or the state of the economy, they want to share that with everyone. But unless we are assertive, we are going to take that in. And I remember, Joanna, you saying that you're also an empath. So you take in things that people are feeling. And although that can help them because they're using you as a release, yeah, it really does affect you. So, yeah, I hope you can continue or get back to being assertive. Sometimes it's stress that things are not going as planned. True, Alice. And then we reassess what's going bad and what's going well, and we go back to the drawing board and we plan again. That's the only thing we can do because we can't dwell in that stress for too long. I'm not saying don't get stressed out. I think that everyone deserves a day to cry, a day to vent, a day to complain, but just try for yourself to get out of that state. And you don't have to start planning the next day or the next month, but try and just get yourself out of that state of stress. Negative people can stress you, Dre, without even noticing it. Yeah, because for for yourself, you're helping out someone because they're venting to you and they're actually releasing that tension that they have to you, but it's not good for you. Lungi, go for it. Yes, Lungi. Try and wake up earlier. CPM lover. Hi, how are you doing? Thank you so much for joining the live. Right. Here's another one that I need to really, really, really work on. So, I plan my day, I plan my work, and then one of my friends calls me and says that they need help with an assignment, or they need help with a cover letter, or they need help with something else. It's very difficult for me to say no to that request. And that means I am now out of tune with the plan that I had. That means I'm not going to have enough rest time. So it's important for us to manage the requests that come into our lives. If it's something that you actually cannot do, or you feel that it's going to be stressful for you, you are allowed to say no. And you are allowed to say no without an explanation. You don't have to do everything for everyone at every time. When you can help out, please do, because we all need help here and there. But when you cannot, and if it's going to get you stressed out and flustered, it's okay to say no. Boy Tumelo, thank you so much. Goodbye, Sister Ray, and all of you. Oh, okay, it's a hi and bye. I hope you're feeling better. Yesterday you said you were feeling a bit dizzy. I hope you're feeling better today. Oh, okay, good. All right. So, Boy Tumelo, please tell us if you're feeling better. Yes, we're allowed to feel, but let us not dwell there and remain there. We should get ourselves out of it. Yes, it's good to express our emotions. It's good to cry, scream in a pillow, go for a run, sweat, lift weights, whatever it is you do to let out your feelings, do that. But also try not to dwell there. Learning to say no. Yes, Linda. This is difficult. This is a difficult one for me, a very difficult one for me, but I need to work on that more. Yes, Linda, learn to say no. It's very important. That is dark, Kesimun thick. And if you are serious, I'm very sorry for that, because I also have a dog and I don't know how I would feel if that happened. But yeah, if you joke your way out of situations, I can understand why you would say that. So I hope that you get through that. Of course, dear, I'm so much better, sis Dre. I'm happy to hear that. Ooh, Jojo, the jollof rice video is in your DM. Nice. A Dre to vent to. I'm always here when people want to vent, but I also need to have a release, because I understand there's times when people want to speak, but if it's going to affect my cup, I need to be more careful with that. So who is next? Mutle was in a taxi. I think she was supposed to go live today. I'm not sure. Alice, are you going to be able to go live after me? Please let me know, because I'm almost done with my slot. If someone is going, I would need to start wrapping it up. Right, so make time for hobbies and interests. This is something that I've been doing a lot more recently. I walk to the park, I read a book, and one thing that reading does for me is I escape from my reality. And I've always done that, especially when I was a child, because I used to read a lot of fairy tales, right? And with those fairy tales, I had such a huge imagination. Dr. Amy, what you were talking about yesterday, don't lose your imagination. I had a big imagination when I was younger. So I would literally picture what was happening in the books. And you might have to call me 2 or 3 times before I can hear you, because I need to get out of that imagination that I was in. So when I was reading Puss in Boots, especially when I was reading Harry Potter, because I read the books before I watched the movie. The way I pictured Harry Potter was so much better than the movie. They should have called me to direct the movie, because my imagination got that so much better. So yes, it is important to have interests and hobbies. Baking, some people find baking very therapeutic. that is a good hobby for you to have. Sitting outside on your veranda, walking in nature. Okay, Alice. All right. So I'll just wait and see if Mutle replies then. And then I can take this a little bit longer. Dr. Amy sent mine to you. Okay, request there, Dr. Amy, about the Jollof video. I'm always late for the live. Probably because, Boitumelo, I go quite early. Because I would need to do some work after. I will tonight at 7 when I'm in my room. Okay, Alice, catch you at 7 then. Okay. Yeah. So please make time for hobbies and interests so that you can escape from whatever it is that is stressing you at that particular time. Because when you're walking in nature, yes, you might get that thought and then you're distracted by a bird flying or a lizard walking, and then you're not thinking about the bird and the lizard. So it's good to take yourself, especially out of the space that you work in. I work from home, and that's why sometimes I will take myself to a coffee shop and work in a coffee shop, because my home is also my workplace. So sometimes that can get quite stressful. So any chance I get to get out of my house, I do that because it helps me to relieve a lot of stress. Lungi said, one thing that was stressing me without noticing was people's WhatsApp status. Some people were just posting draining things, and the news, I've limited that to it has helped. Oof. Especially Zimbabwean WhatsApp. I'm guessing South African WhatsApp statuses are the same. They always look for like the bad news. Like, for example, in neighborhoods, when people are being robbed, you see a status about that. When there are accidents, the last 3 months of the year, there are a lot of accidents. And I don't know if that's a topic I would want to speak about. Maybe I will in the last quarter of the year, because that's something very serious that we have to think about and pray about. But that time, it's accident after accident after accident. Then if it's inflation, you're seeing statuses about inflation, the bread is now this amount and this is now that amount. Then you have statuses about the new disease that's going around, or the new infection that's going around. It's always there on your phone, and it's always through statuses and WhatsApp groups as well. Like, we have a neighborhood WhatsApp group, the family WhatsApp group. And you know how for example, with my parents, they can receive a thread, right? It's a huge warning about something. But when you read it, you can discern that, okay, this was just something that was written by someone who wanted to scare people. But they can't see that, because they just believe that, news is news. And when it's shared, it's true, right? So all of that can funnel into you and stress you without knowing. So that is a good one, Lungi. And with me, news, I have limited it to once a week. Once a week, I get the updates of, what's going on around me, because geographically, I'm right in the middle of the wars that are happening around. So I need to keep up to date with things like that, of course, but not all the time. I get used, Lungster. I have stopped doing that. Yes, it's very, very important. Please give yourself grace. Lungi, dear what? Please give yourself grace. Yes, please, Lungi. Yes, it's important. And my kids would wait for me at the door to ask for things. I then realized that would put me in the edge, so I had to ask them to allow me to take off shoes, greet, then they can tell me their needs. Lungi, I think that I was guilty of that, and I never took note of that. That someone will be coming from outside, they have the stress of work, they've been through traffic, and then the first thing that I ask is, what did you bring for me? Because that's exactly what I would do. especially when I was living with my grandmother, because my grandmother would spoil me. Every day she would bring something. And the first thing is, what did you bring for me? Not, hi, how are you? How was your day? How was work? No. What did you bring for me? And I never knew, or I never considered that that can actually stress someone out. So thank you for noting that, Lungi. I'm actually going to take a screenshot of that. Thank you. Your Lungi. As soon as I see you stressing me, I put you on timeout. I don't want trouble. I don't want stress. You see, Alice is so good at managing that type of stress. I have a soft heart sometimes, but when I get annoyed, I yell. So when I have stress, I go to the bedroom and listen to music. Yes, that is a good one. I think we were talking about anger the other day, and Linda was also talking about anger, and she spoke about how sometimes you can react in the moment out of anger, especially with the words you speak, and then you regret it after. So it's sometimes good to separate yourself from the situation and then come back when you feel like you're calm enough to go on. Sometimes stress are just small things we just have to be aware. Same, Alice. Okay. Lungi, to be quite honest, I feel like a lot of mothers have small things that stress them. But because it's kind of expected of them to take care of things, they don't understand that it's something that's stressing. Like what you're saying now, reflecting on how I was with my parents, especially my mom. The moment she got home, Mom, this happened. Mom, I need this. Mom, you know that tomorrow I need to. I never, ever, ever gave her time to breathe. And my mom had this thing of she would always go in the bathroom before, like, to take a shower or a bath before she comes to make supper. And I'm now starting to think, was that her quiet time? Did she do that on purpose so she can have some quiet time, because she would spend 15 to 30 minutes in there. And I think that was something that she did to also detox from the work stress and to give herself some time before she gets into the house stress. So yeah, Lungi, thank you for pointing that out. I never, never, never thought about it that way. Mothers, kudos to you. You guys are doing a great job. You're taking in so much. We are so proud of you. I have a colleague who used to post the most disturbing videos on statuses. I would be scared for days. I removed him from my list. Yo, I couldn't stop stomach it. Me now. Alice, same. Especially like these accidents that I'm telling you about. Like you will see the most graphic and gruesome things. And with me, I have a thing against snakes. I don't want to see snakes. So unless you're going to put a warning before your status to say, oh, there's graphic content ahead or disturbing content ahead, I will definitely block you, because nah, it's not healthy at all. And it feels like a small thing, Alice, when in reality it changes your whole mood. Your whole mood, Lungi. So yeah, thank you for noting that down. Dre Mutle is not going live. You can stretch your stream. Okay, thank you, Alice. I will definitely do that. Yes, Lungi. Guys, kudos to you. As mothers, balancing everything, honestly speaking, you're doing such a good job. My daughter knows that when I come home from work, I have to rest. Then she will ask what she wants. My child can see my emotions and she can feel that I'm sad or happy or other emotions. Yeah, kids also take that in with Tumelo. So I'm happy that she has come to the realization that she needs to let you, you know, detox from work and the outside, then come in. And there's something else I wanted to say as well. I will edit after I finish reading the comments, if I can remember. Lungi, hugs your way. Hugs, Lungi, there from Dini. Love, Dini. Good morning, Lucy. How are you doing? Thank you for joining the live. Ladies, I'm getting into a meeting now. I'll play it in the background. Thank you, Dineo. Thank you. Thanks for updating her, Alice. I was walking in the street. I got headsets. Woo, woo, woo. Congratulations, Mutle. Now you can hear us. Love and appreciation to all the moms. Yes. You deserve all the love, the hugs, the appreciation, the flowers, everything. You deserve all of that because you are doing a big job. Big job. So, what I also wanted to say, and something that I didn't note down, was washing away the stress of the day. Especially if, for example, you go into, for me, for example, I go out to the market every Wednesday. And if you've ever gone to a farmer's market that is not, well, it can be organized, but it can also be rowdy. The farmer's market is so rowdy. So I'll go to the farmer's market. Then I've been stressed because people are bumping into me. People are shouting, people will be calling you to their stall. People will be shouting prices. Then sometimes you're shocked because a cabbage that was 25 TL last week is now 125 because it's out of season. There's so much stress that comes from outside. If you've been at work, your colleagues have done something, or your clients have done something, there's so much stress that comes from that. Then you have to drive home in traffic, there's stress. So another way to manage that, and I've noticed that anytime I take a shower, even if it's 5 minutes or 3 minutes, I feel relieved, like I have washed off the stress of outside, so that I have a different environment inside my home. And sometimes I will burn a candle, or I will spray air fresh, just normal air freshener around. That calms me down. So that may be something else to consider. Dr. Amy Lungi keep us updated about YouTube. I hope you're not stressed. Hope so too, Lungi. I hope so too. Dr. Amy, okay, she looks quite stressed about it. No problem, Mutle. My daughter may be naughty but understands my situation. Yeah. If she is young, maybe she's the last born, we understand the naughty side, but we are very happy that she's understanding. So, Lungi, we are going to keep on praying for you so that this YouTube thing doesn't keep on stressing you. But also know that I think even if I don't know how many times I saw someone saying you can apply for your PIN or something like that 3 times. Just know that there is always, always, always a solution. Always a solution. So yeah, I know it's quite stressful, but we are here for you, and also there's always a solution. I need to learn to say no, but I am training myself. Now I'm anxious about learning. Yes, we have this, we share this love whereby if one of us is not doing well, we all can feel it. So, Lungi, we are behind you 100%, and we all have well wishes for you. We are sure it's going to be okay. So, Lucy, what happened was when she was setting up her AdSense or the partner program, she selected a company instead of selecting personal. So when you select company or organization, it needs you to bring in tax documents according to an organization. And they said they can fix the issue, but the problem is the time frame of them fixing the issue and the time frame of the deadline of her submitting the documents, the personal documents, are the same. So she can't change it right now. She has to wait for YouTube to change it, and then she can fill in all the other things that she has to in order to meet that deadline. So we are kind of we're hanging by the edge because we need them to fix that for her. Oh, Lungi, I really hope it works out. Yes. Love there from everyone, from Alice, from Dr. Amy, from Mutle, from me. Okay. I like playing with my daughter so that she does not feel lonely. Yes, Boitumelo. I think that's also important because sometimes because of what we are thinking about, what we're stressing about, and usually if you're a parent, you are stressing about that for your child. But because they're a child, they need your love and attention. Sometimes they don't even know what you're stressing about. They just feel like they're being neglected. So yeah, it's important to balance that as well. So it all comes into time management, Boitumelo. I'm just gonna be hopeful. Yes, and we are hopeful with you, Lungi. True Dre, there's always a solution. Please be hopeful, Mama, unlike stressing out. Yes, there's always a solution, Lungi. So we have hope. Hi, Jojo. I didn't notice you, my dear. Greetings there from Boitumelo. I'm so sorry, Lungi. Kuzolunga. Sisi, please don't stress about it much. Lucy, what does that mean? Lunga. In fact, what does Lungisile mean? And what does Kuzolunga mean? Please help me out in the comments, guys. Self-care is important. It equals self-love. Yes, Lungi. It's quite important. We need that. We cannot, even if you're the most helpful person on earth, if you want to be there for everyone, you cannot be there for everyone unless you are there for yourself first. You cannot pour from an empty cup. But the functions are still in place. Super thanks, right? Yes, they are. They are. It's yeah, those functions are still in place. So in that aspect, we're still making money. So we still have something to be grateful for. The money is still coming in. Oh, boy, Tumelo. Kuzolunga means it's gonna be okay. Okay. So, lungisile kuzolunga. Nice. Lungisile is the fixer. Okay. So, kuzolunga means it's going to be okay. But lungisile means I am okay. This person is the one that makes it okay. This person is the one that fixes things. Ha, Lungi. So why are you stressing? Why are you stressing when you are the fixer? Lungi. Anytime you feel, oh, you're kidding. All right, I was about to go on and on about it. Anytime you feel stressed, I was about to say anything. Every time you feel stressed, look at your ID and see that you are the fixer. And fix it. Okay, Lungi, so please explain to us what your name means. Why are you saying oh, Boitumelo? Because she's saying that you find time to play with your daughter. So she's saying that is sweet. Lungisile, please explain your name. Okay, indeed, Lungi. Dre Lungisile is the fixer. Okay. Let's hear what Lungi says about that. Lungi means star. Oh, she is our star, according to me. Yeah, she is our Lung star. Because you said you play with your child, so she... Oh, okay, yeah. So Lucy answered you, Boitumelo. Alice, you kid with something, then I run with it. Let's see. Lungi equals... Oh, so it's true. It's true. Okay. So, Lungi, anytime you feel stressed, please look at your ID or your driver's license and know that there is always a solution. And most times, you are the solution. So, everything is going to be fine. Hi, Boitumelo, how are you feeling today? How Alice is it not like that? A person who gets the name is a person who can come and make things right. A fixer, yes. Lungi confirmed. Okay, what about all of us who don't smoke? Fayen, what about us who don't smoke? We need to find other ways to manage our stress. Okay. Boitumila says she's very fine. We are very happy about that. Yes. Louis, you are the solution. You are the solution. You are the solution. Okay. Actually, my next point, Fayen, is kind of going against your advice. So, um, sorry, I have to oppose you there because my next point is do not depend or rely on alcohol and drugs to relieve your stress. Let me tell you why, Fernand. Feyenoord. I hope I am pronouncing your name properly. But the reason why we do not depend on alcohol or drugs or other substances to relieve our stress is because when that high goes away, when that drunkenness goes away, the problem is still waiting for you. So you are creating an even bigger problem, but trying to hide it under the rug. So I always have this analogy of problems, right? When you sweep problems under the rug, it doesn't mean they're not there. It means that when eventually you open that rug, you still have to address those problems. So that's what I feel alcohol and drugs are. It's a temporary solution to a problem that you can address head on. So that's why also people have different triggers in life. So maybe you get on a bus and then you feel scared. It's probably because you saw an accident, a video of an accident, or you were in an accident yourself for some time. And that's because you haven't dealt with that trauma. Some people have triggers when it comes to people playing around their children. And it's probably because when they were younger, something happened to them as a child. That is a trigger that's showing that there is a problem that you have swept under the rug. It's still there. And unless you go and face it head on, it's still going to trouble you in one way or the other. So when we are managing our stress, we are managing our time. We worrying about the things we don't have control about. We are planning so we can alleviate the problem. We are changing the problem into a solution. We're making lemonade out of lemons. But when we use a band-aid for a wound that needs stitches, we are still going to have a problem next thing in the morning. And another added problem if you're using alcohol, which is a hangover. So yeah, that is why I disagree with you a bit there, Feyenoord. But to each his own. To each his own. Hello, Jojo. Your ability to laugh in serious situation finishes me. What was Jojo laughing at? Okay, I think I missed that. Oh yes, her name is the solution. Yes, it is. We have to, Lucy, and that's one thing I've learned about not South Africans, Southern Africans, Zimbabwean people, South African people, people from Botswana, people from Namibia, Southern African people. We laugh through stressful situations. We can make a joke out of anything. Actually, I think Western African people do that as well because my fiance does that as well. So, one thing about us, we will make a joke out of something that is so serious. And that's also a way to release the stress, right? They say laughter is the best medicine. You can't laugh, Jojo. What does her name mean? No, they said that it's true that her name means the fixer. It's true. Wabona Marajo, yes, you are the solution. I don't see weed as a drug, but I know what you mean. Okay, so yeah, try and assess that. How do you feel the next day after you are sober? I don't know if that's the term, but after you are sober and the problem is still there, are you still stressed out or have you found a solution for the problem? Lucy, you have a playlist with just one video. Which playlist is that? I was playing her live playlist and I'm left with like the very last live, but I haven't seen because I've been playing from the bottom up. So I haven't seen that one. Lucy, is that a playlist? Yes, my star, the fixer. Yes, Lungi. Yes, Mute, the promo one. Ah, okay, so I haven't gotten to that one there. Atish will adapt it as she goes. Oh, okay. All right. To Dre, suppressing the problem doesn't make it go away. No, never, Alice. So we need to confront our problems head on. If we can change it, we change it. If we can't change it, let it go. Yes, Dr. Amy, our star fixer. All right, Feyenoord, I'm very happy that you understood. Okay, Lungi, I was playing it in the morning on silent. Okay. Ewe Mushe, because when I do eventually get more of those, I'll add them to the playlist. I did that for the sake of order. Nice one, Lucy. You see, organization, managing things. Very nice. But luckily, I don't have stress. I just smoke to relax and get my head clear. Okay, so to each his own. To each his own. And I'm very happy that you don't have stress. It's very rare for people in life, going through life, not to have stress. So I'm very happy that you don't have stress. We West Africans do it a lot. Okay, so I guess it's an African thing. We laugh through our stress. In fact, I think the people from the Caribbean do it as well. I'll ask Tamara if she ever comes into a live or something like that, because I think that's a trait we do. As we joke about everything. Lucy, are the watch hours promising? Lungi, please tell her. Okay. We West Africans, yes, I saw that. And Lucy, why are you laughing? Y'all are attacking me. No, Jojo, we were we were supporting you. We were supporting you. We all do it. We all do it. Am I behind with the comments? Okay, I am. Let me try and speed it up. Humor is healing. Yes, laughter is the best medicine, Dr. Amy. We laugh even when we're sad. Hey, Moshe, I've been in situations where I was so stressed out, especially with school. I'll just go. I laugh so I don't cry. So yes, we do laugh when we're going through crazy situations. Dr. Amy, you said you'll send me a DM on IG. I'm still waiting. Okay, Lungi. Dr. Amy message to you there. What does your name mean, Jojo? That's a good question, Joanna. What does your name mean? They are promising Lungi Yazi, I'll date you guys maybe this Friday. Yes, we had asked that you date us on Fridays because we started. Did we start on a Friday? I thought we started on a Wednesday, but now it's sort of like a week or 2 weeks. So, yeah, please do update us. Yes, I will. Let me do that now. Thank you, Dr. Amy. Yay, Lucy. I spend my quiet time in the driveway. Lungi. That's nice. That's nice. I see a lot of people doing that, right? When they get back home after the traffic, they just sit in the car for like 30 minutes or something like that because they know that once they open that door, there are a lot of things that are going to flood in. That's nice. I'm on her lives now. We'll move to the last one once I finish the lives. Okay. I have only one live left, and then I guess I'll move on to this promo one. No, Jojo, your laugh is contagious. When you laugh, I automatically want to laugh. Thanks for speaking. You're a good human. Greetings from the Netherlands. Thank you so much. Thank you. I really appreciate your kind words. Dr. Amy, there's someone there from the Netherlands. It really is Dr. Amy. Yes. The best healer, laughter. Saint Lungi, we are connected, so please check request. Okay. That's it. I'm leaving. Bye, guys. Why are you leaving us, Jojo? Bye. I saw the name. Okay. Dre, your 75 Rocks doesn't have the reading a book part. Can I do any kind of reading? Yes, you can. So I think when I was doing it, I was actually reading, but I didn't put it in the challenge. So I yeah, you can do reading, like any type of reading. For me, I was mixing self-help books and fiction books, everything. So 10 pages of a book, or 5 or something. Mine is a little more soft. It's just something that to kickstart your journey. So yes, Musli. Hi, Joanna, come back, please. Please, Jojo, come back. So another way to relieve stress is to seek social support. Seek social support. So spend time with the people you love and the people who love you. Because when you spend time with people that give you joy and make you laugh, there is a hormone that you produce which is called oxytocin. It makes you relax, it makes you rejuvenate. It has almost the same effect as sleep. So imagine just spending time with your family, your friends, your loved ones, laughing, gives you almost the same effect or a percentage of the same effect of sleep. So it's very important for us to make time or create time to spend with a good support system, please. So even our lives, guys, every time we go on someone's live, we always say we've learned something, we have uncovered some trauma that we have, it's healing. So yeah, it's very important for us to spend time with the people we love, even on social media. On social media, I have unfollowed the people who give me stress and pressure. All of the people I have on my social media now who I see posting give me some sense of joy, because I don't want to be scrolling through my phone and I see something that upsets me. So yeah, it's very important. As Alice Gossip Corner. Okay, guys, so Lucy, let me give you a jacket there, because I think you don't have a jacket. So if you're not connected to Alice's other channel, Alice Gossip Corner, please subscribe to her channel. I'm not sure, well, she doesn't have any videos yet, as at the time I subscribed, but please put your notifications on so that if you're interested in gossip, you can support that channel as well. She did ask that if you're not into gossip, please don't subscribe so that you don't hurt the algorithm. But if you are there to support, I've made it easy for people to subscribe. Botimelo, I will also give you a jacket. Okay, Alice, you have a new channel. No, it's not new. I've been an hour and 30. It has been an hour and 30 minutes. Wow, I'm doing well. I'm very happy. So, yeah, no videos. When I subscribe, there weren't any videos. I don't need a jacket, please. Why, Dr. Amy? Are you feeling hot? Are you feeling hot, or have you subscribed already? Gossip is here. It's old. Okay, no videos yet. I just subscribed. Okay. You want me to bite my tongue, boy, to Melo, but let me try. Obua Setswana Lungi. Okay, that was, or is it Ubua Setswana Lungi? That wasn't so hard. Is it, does Bua means you come from? Or, yeah, just a little question. Because Bua sounds like Buya or Huya in Shona. So is that what that means? Thank you, Dre, for clarifying that. Yes, please. Let's support the channel if we're actually going to watch. Says Zulu Boy Team. Yes, please, guys. On our second channels, only subscribe if you like the content. Yes, please. Dr. Amy, warm enough. She doesn't need a jacket. No, because it's hot. It's actually hot on this part of the hemisphere. So sometimes we don't need we don't need a jacket. Bua means talk. Oh, really? Kubuya. All right, interesting. Obuya Setswana means you talk Setswana. Okay, all right. So it's kind of different. True Mushle, I don't need support on this one. I've got this. Okay, Alice. Yes, that is the attitude we need. You do got this. This is gonna be so easy because you've learned a lot from this first channel and you're going to just implement that in the next channel. So it's gonna be a breeze. Kebuwa Sizulu. Okay. I speak Sepedi. Ah, pedi. That is, guys, I love it for you, Alice. Yes, Alice, she has this on lock. So the last one is, if all of the stress management tips that we have shared have not worked, then please seek professional help. Sometimes what we are going through is deeper than what we can manage by ourselves, and deeper than just spending time with family, doing hobbies, because the stress may come from, like something that Lungi mentioned before, that maybe you're angry with someone and that person is not there anymore. What are you going to do then, and how are you going to go through that? So seek professional help or seek advice from people who are more experienced than you. So yeah, that is the last one. Seek professional help. So Watong, where's Jojo? She really left. No, I think she's still here. I think so, because she was still replying. Same question, Lucy. She might be busy at the office, Lucy. Yeah, I think so. You kicked Jojo out, Lucy. I'm guessing so, Alice. No, she said she was leaving, but then she was still responding. So I think she's there. I am the fixer. Okay. So we have the fixer in the building. We also have the the person who knows how she's going to do her channel. So we have the manager in the building. We have a lot of people that are going to be able to manage this this life that brings in a lot of stress. Hi Stacy, how are you doing? Yes, it is prophecy. Yes, Lungi, I said that yesterday in my live, that I really want to explore names, because whose live was it who was joking about Zimbabwean names? I think it was Jojo's live when they were laughing about take sure, make sure, love more, no more, that kind of thing. So I think there is a lot of significance that comes with names. And I think that I would love to do a topic on that, but I need to do a little bit of research. I need to do some research on that. But yes, it is prophecy. You can fix. There's nothing, Lungi, that can come your way that you cannot fix. Nothing. You're going to do everything you put your mind to. Yes, Lungi, she will fix Jojo. Okay. Greetings, everyone, from Stacy. Lucy, please stop giving Lungi insights. I'm good, Dre. How about you? I'm doing well. It's a beautiful Thursday morning, and we have just spoken about stress, what it does, not to scare anyone, but low-key trying to scare people so that they can take managing it seriously. So I'm doing well. Guys, why is Dre so behind with the messages? Am I? Lungi, I thought I was there. Do you have a job, Dre? Because I work at George Mukhari Hospital. Yes. So I work remotely. I work for a company in Korea that teaches English. So right now I'm an online English teacher. What did I miss, Lungi? I thought I was. But Lungi, I am there. I'm and Zimbabwe names. Yes, Lucy, I know. Hi, Lomile. How are you? Thank you so much for joining the live. We are now just winging it because we are done with the topic. Hi, Stacy. Hi, everyone. Stacy and Lamile, greetings from Mushle. It's giving cabbage, Lungi. Guys, please. I thought I was up to date. Look at me. I'm here now. I'm here now. Please. I want to go to Korea. Me too. Me too, Dr. Amy, because I watch a lot of Korean vlogs, and I I love the food. I love the culture. And yeah, it's mostly for the food, to be quite honest, Dr. Amy, because me and everything, anything that involves eating, I'm there. So it's mostly for the food. You've got a beautiful job. I love teaching. Thank you, Dr. Amy. So actually, when I was working in my university, I was a lecturer. So it was a bit stressful for me because I had really big classes. I had like 250 students in one class, and in other classes maybe 300 students. So because of that, and my thesis, the moment I started writing my thesis, I had to stop working in my school. So yeah, I have experience in teaching and lecturing, but now I do one-on-one meetings, teaching English, or group meetings, teaching English. So it's very nice because I have people from all over the world that I talk to, and especially the children. The children will always say something funny, so I love it. Muhle, hi Lumile Unjani. Alice, are you laughing at the fact that I am a cabbage? Don't take Lugi seriously, Dre. Lugi wants you to read a comment now, and respond now. Yes, because she'll be laughing. She would have typed something and she'll be laughing. She wants all of us to laugh at the same time. I'm a teacher, Dre. It's a fulfilling profession. I believe so, because you're impacting the next generation, and the interaction. I feel like the interaction feeds you as much as you feed them. So yeah, very fulfilling profession. Yes, when a girl, Korea girl. Yes, I really, really want to visit Korea. I also want to go to Korea. Yeah. A lot of Asian places I want to visit. So, Japan because of the culture, Korea because of the food and the culture. But yeah, I really want to visit those places, Lomile. Food, yes. Food is always on my mind, unfortunately. Lucy Yebo. Okay, Lungi, I'll try and be a little bit faster. There is it. You have spoken it into existence, Dr. Amy. Our Korea trip is going to be a girls' trip. And we are going to leave that on this live. When we actually go to Korea, we're going to be like, oh, do you remember how we just started talking about Korea? You have spoken it into existence, Dr. Amy, and it is going to happen. My former job, I taught 600 students, Dr. Amy. It is so stressful because, especially when it comes to exam time was always the most stressful for me because you have to be marking the scripts, and in my university you only had, I think, a week or a week and a half to finish marking all of the scripts, and I would have 2 or 3 classes a semester. So yeah, that is so difficult. I'm thinking of doing an online teaching, Dre. Need to work on doing my TOEFL course. Okay, Mushe. So the company that I'm working with, unfortunately, they're not taking English teachers anymore. English and French teachers and Russian teachers anymore. Those, and Spanish. So those 4 languages. But I've heard that Preply pays very well. And there is a group that I joined on Facebook recently that teaches other Asian children, but I haven't actually gone deep into it. So, when you have finished with your TOEFL, please let me know. If you need any help, I will, hopefully by that time, I would have liaised with that Facebook group and seen what's going on. Lucy said, love their food and culture. Yeah, so good. I love exploring other cultures with their food. From 30 to 600 made me crazy, but all good. I love my students. Yeah, Dr. Amy, it's difficult. It's very difficult. 600, Dr. Amy, it's a lot. No, Dr. Amy, don't worry about it. I knew exactly what you meant. It's okay. I'm good, Lungster. How are you, babe? Yes, Lucy. Yeah, I love that. So yeah, 600 is a lot, Dr. Amy, but we do it for the students. We do it for the students. Yo, Tina, South Africans as teachers, we teach you something once, the second time we give you side eyes. Kidding. Lucy, you learn one thing that teaching has taught me is patience. Patience. You learn a lot of patience when you're teaching people. Honestly, I don't know how well I think I was a good student. So with all of my teachers, I'm sure they would always say they loved me because I always listened, I always did the homework. But obviously there are some people who, especially when you're teaching English, it's very difficult because yeah, it's just difficult. I don't even know how to get into that. But when I was teaching at the university, I was teaching ethics, for example. And you have some people who are there to actually learn, some people who just want to play, some people who are sleeping. Imagine a class of 300 people. But, and then you give them group assignments. Some of the people will do the group assignments, some of the people won't do the group assignments. Teaching university students is hard, but yeah, we do it for the students. Haha, Lucy. Lucy, I don't think the side eye will work. Amen to a girls' trip. Amen, Dr. Amy. It's coming, Lucy. I'm good, low, thanks. Mostly you can be motivated and keep going. Yeah. It's also good in terms of time management because you kind of set your own schedule. But because I teach people in Asia mostly, and Europe is okay because we have the same time zone. But Asia, it might need you to work longer hours than, or different hours than you're used to. We have very few teachers that love their job and have the patience for it. Shame. Lucy, may I ask how good the teacher salary is in South Africa? I want to see something. I'm patient and I always said I wanted to be a teacher. Oh, that's nice. That has been your calling then, Dr. Amy. That's good. That is great. I once was beaten for saying I want to be a teacher by my class 4 teacher. Why? Why? Maybe they understood how stressful the job was and they wanted you to do something else. That is, I don't understand why they would beat you for that. I will do so, Dre. Okay, Mutle, I'll be here. Lucy, I think it's because the passion is not there anymore. Yeah. I also want you to find out if it has something to do with the remuneration because, yeah, I've noticed that in Zimbabwe, we have a lot of teachers who love teaching. It's their calling. But when the economy is not so good and they're not being paid, they don't have the patience for it anymore. So whatever goes, goes. So that's why I was asking Dr. Amy, please tell us. I taught class 1, then class 3, then to university. Okay. Nice. That's beautiful, Dr. Amy. Your teaching English would just make me laugh, but no, I don't think so, Lucy. You have a kind heart, and when you're seeing people struggling with something like a language, it brings out the empathy in you because they're really trying. You can see that they're really trying. So I don't think you would laugh. She said I should dream big. I was such a good student to settle for teaching. Ha. Really, Dr. Amy? I didn't stop saying it, so she gave up on me. Interesting. Another thing is, I think in the UK, there's a different, yeah, that's why I was asking how much teachers get paid in South Africa, Lucy, because in Zimbabwe, the teachers have the base salary. So it's good, but it's base. Then with other professions, they get more money, right? And then in the UK, it's different because almost everyone has the same salary. So it's a little bit different, but it's similar. So The janitor at the school, the teacher at the school, the principal, the doctor, the nurse, they have almost a similar salary. And in that situation, teachers who go for teaching go there because they're actually passionate about it. And teachers who aren't passionate about it just simply change their profession. It's not simple because it's hard to get jobs, but you can change your profession. So, yeah, sometimes I think that money plays a long way in how passionate people can be, even with something that they love. Because, yeah, in Zimbabwe, we experienced that a lot. In 2008, 2009, when the economy was not good, the teachers that were there all the time paying attention to the students that needed more attention stopped doing that. So yeah, sometimes money plays a role. She's okay. I saw that. I saw that. Okay, at least she was motivating you, Dr. Amy. Yeah, but then she being in the profession, I think she felt like, I think she was projecting what she felt. She felt like she could have done more, but she became a teacher. But if it's your passion, then I don't know why she would push you out of that. But okay, Dr. Amy, that teacher, yes, yeah. Even here, somehow studying teaching is viewed as not being ambitious enough. Quite interesting because, yeah, maybe I will discuss that in one of the lives. Let me just note that not that. English bundles have depleted. Let me just note that down. The whole is greater than the sum of its parts. Professions. So, yeah, that will be, I think, my topic for tomorrow. In every society, and what I said is the whole is greater than the sum of its parts, right? In every society, and in order for a society to function, we need people who clean the streets. We need people who cook in the kitchens. We need people who are waiters. We need people to clean the toilets where we work. We need people to help the nurses, so assistant nurses. We need doctors. All of this is important to bring balance within the society. But when everyone is aiming to be a doctor, we are going to have, number one, a high unemployment rate because everyone is studying one thing, but the industry is not big enough for that. And then we are also going to have other aspects of the society that are being negated and neglected. So I understand why people view some professions as lower than others. And it's probably because of things that our parents instilled in us. Every parent wants a doctor or a lawyer or an accountant. But everything, I think that every single profession is important because if there were no tailors and you want to get married, who is going to make your dress? Or if there were no makeup artists, who is going to do your bridal makeup or your hair or your nails or whatever it is you're going to do? Like at some point in your life, you're going to need help. You're going to need a profession. At some point in your life, every profession is important. Now I've already spoken about it, so I don't know if I'll use that as the topic for tomorrow. I don't really know. It's not good at all. Okay, where are we? Oh, okay. Mushle said it's not good at all. I don't really know Yazidre. Maybe the others can answer that one. Okay. Lungi, I will visit her with flowers when I visit home and tell her, see, I am a teacher. Yeah, a very, very good teacher. I don't even say lecturer. Okay. Yeah, here or even at home, they try and differentiate that. So I'm used to differentiating teacher and lecturer. Sim teachers are really good at teaching. Yeah, I think so because usually the people who go into that profession are passionate about the profession and we have very good training. Teachers training, it's very good. So when people are not doing it well, it's just because they don't want to. I am assistant professor, but I keep saying I am a teacher. Hey, Dr. Amy. Wow. Wow, 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 wow. 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 I know how much work it takes to being an assistant professor. So, yeah, again, wow. Yes, Dr. Amy, it's your calling. So proud of you for pursuing it. Yes. Against all advice. And yeah, you did well, Dr. Amy, because my mom doesn't know why I'm assisting a professor after struggling to get a PhD. I know the tears that come from getting a PhD, Dr. Amy. So yeah, we are happy that you pursued it. Indeed, Lungi. I think it's around 12 to 25K, depending on which phase you're teaching and whether you're in public or private. Is that a year or a month? No, it can't be a year. No, it can't be a month either. Please, 12, what's 12K? 12K would be around maybe 6,000 US dollars. That's a lot. Okay, so that must be a year then. That must be a year. Okay. Not starting from maybe 18. Okay. All right. In that case, that's a lot of money. Like Zimbabwean teachers don't get that much. They don't get that much. 6K, like 6 to 8K a year. No, Zimbabwean teachers don't get that much. So it's definitely something to do with passion, not the money. I'm actually in my final year of B.Ed. I'm not sure if I'm going to teach though. I get annoyed easily. So Lomile, I understand your reservations because children, students will test you. Speaking from experience, they will test you. So I think that's a decision you have to take very seriously because Hi Wendy, how are you? Thank you so much for joining the live. Lomile, Lungi's laughing. Yeah, so from English teacher then, what should I say? English is Englishing. Well, English is not my first language, so sometimes the bundles deplete, Dr. Amy. It happens to the best of us. So what's gonna happen, Loms? Interesting question, Lomile. Maybe she can go into, I don't know. Please tell us, Lomile. Hey, but guys, here in South African, teaching is no longer a safe job. The temper of these kids, their disrespect is hectic. In the UK as well, we are hearing so many, even in America. Actually, it's just this generation of children. They lack discipline. For lack of a better word, they lack discipline and they have too many influence from too many things. So the lack of discipline may not even be from their households. It may be because they're exposed to so many things. And yeah, we would have never tried it. Never. In my time, you can't even speak back to a teacher, let alone be violent with them physically. Impossible. I think it starts there, Lucy. Maybe Lomile can clarify for us. She should have an idea. Yes, please, Lomile. You, Lucy, it's hard. Teachers have it hard. Really, I'm telling you, I'm a doctor teacher. Yes, you are, Dr. Amy. I keep on wanting to say Dr. Lungi. Lungi, is there something you want to tell us? We can all be doctors. Yes, medical doctor, you mean. Yeah, I meant a medical doctor, but I think doctors in all professions, yeah, they usually make a lot more in different countries, but in the UK they kind of cap it so that people have similar salaries. Dr. Amy, anything you do with helping people seems to be your calling. Dr. Taylor, yes. Yes, yes, yes. We all have big hearts. Oh, okay. So I'm behind with the comments. Let me try and go through them. Love the Lungi from Dr. Amy. Dr. Taylor, yes. I honestly don't know what I'm gonna do with the degree. I'll just keep adding onto it. I don't see myself not studying further and further. Oh, so you're an academic, Lomile. That's nice. That's really good to hear. I'm also an academic, but after my PhD, I think I'm gonna stop. I think so. I say so, but I still want to do research on a lot of things. So I don't know how that's gonna go, but I have always been an academic at heart. Put some respect on Dr. Amy's name. She has many bells to it. It's so inspiring, honestly. Yes, Dr. Amy. If only you knew, you would be going live more often and sharing snippets of what you do on a daily. Lomile, the teaching education is an experience beyond teaching. It really is. It teaches you a lot more about yourself than you understand. Hi, Joey. How are you doing? Thank you so much for joining the live. Yes, Dr. A. I'm looking at it in that way. True, true. That's a lot, Dre. It's a little, and that's monthly, not yearly. What? Really? Maybe I was calculating it wrong. I was calculating it wrong. So 12K rands is $120. A little bit under $120. Okay, so if it's 12K, then it's not a lot. I was calculating it wrong. I was dividing it in half. So no, I was calculating it wrong. No, in Zimbabwe, when the state of the economy is good, they get $250 a month. Yeah. Lomile, all the experience and learning will come together for other aspects in life or pursuits. True. That is true. Wait, Dre, you mean they don't get that in a year? No, I had calculated it completely wrong, Muhle. So yeah, it's $250 a month. Thank you, Dr. Amy. I did, Chomi, thank you. True, Dr. Amy. I hope Lomile sees this. Yeah, it really does contribute a lot more. You learn so much. Love there to Lomile from Dr. Amy. Muhle, imagine. No. Please erase everything. Everything I said, I calculated it wrong. That's why I'm an English teacher and not a math teacher. Multe Dre is right. There's this guy who was a teacher at CM. He's a truck driver in SA now. Yeah. They don't get paid enough. It's not enough to, especially to sustain your family. So I hear Dr. Lungi. Yes, I'm speaking it. So maybe Lungi needs to tell us something. English or Spanish? I speak English, but I can say hola and I can say obrigado because I am truly grateful for the day. I'm in the background. Okay, Christina. Thank you. You're high. That's it. That's not enough to survive. It's not, Muhle, at all. Yes, Dr. Amy, my university keep inviting me to do a doctorate, and that's the kind of stress I don't need right now. You see, it's in the works. At some point when life is balanced, maybe you're gonna get into it, and the Dr. Lungi is going to come because it's right there at the tip of my tongue. Yo, Muhle, it's really heartbreaking, really. It is. Guys, if we start talking about these things, it stresses me out. So I try and avoid that because state of affairs in Zimbabwean professions is not so good. Yo, Muhle, the experience I've had with these kids is just disgusting. And that's just during practicals. It bothers me because when we were kids, we had respect. A lot. You cannot speak back to your teacher. Like, whatever they say goes. If you have any questions, you say it you ask in a very respectful manner. Imagine forgetting to do your homework and then you have like stomach cramps because you know it's going to be something at school. These children don't care. So yeah, it's a whole different generation altogether. Haha, you thought 12K. Yes, that's how I was calculating it. That's exactly how I was calculating it. I was saying 6,000. So 6,000 divided by 12. That's a lot of money. Yolomile, my cousin is a teacher, and she says she teaches at a school where some students her actual age, and the sexual remarks they make is oh no. Yeah, because there are some students that happened with me more or less, because some students that I was teaching in the university were more or less my age. So yeah, they try it, but yeah, sometimes you just have to develop a thick skin. But having to go through that every day, it's not it's not advisable. If you can't take it, yeah, it's not advisable. You stressed us straight. I'm sorry guys, I'm sorry guys. It's a different time, Domile, sadly. Yeah, that's true. Lungi, it is stressful but beautiful. You have to be ready for it. Lungi, be ready to scream in your pillow, be ready to cry, be ready to give up one day, and then the next day you say, wait, I've worked so hard for this. No, I can't give up. Yeah, that is the cycle of being a PhD student. But we push, we keep on pushing. Yes, just like YouTube Paint. Exactly like that, Lucy. Exactly like that. So it means that, Dr. Amy, if you've gone through YouTube Paint, you can do a PhD degree, right? Joey said, I think the children are a reflection of us as adults. We also don't care, so the kids are adopting it. That's true, Joey. I think when we were talking earlier about time management, we we also have to put in that aspect of, are you monitoring what your children are doing? Are you monitoring what they are watching? Are you monitoring their friends? Because within your household, you can be teaching them the principles that they are supposed to follow, but there are too many influences from other places. And I remember with my primary school, and on visiting, because I was in a boarding school for high school, we always had the parent teacher meetings, maybe once a month or once every 2 months. And the parents would learn about the children's behavior. So the children that misbehaved, they would have, stress on when we announce parent teacher meetings. Some parents would come, but again, some parents also wouldn't come, so they wouldn't care about the behavior of the children. So yeah, that's very important. Yeah, and I've seen some UK teachers also complaining that, what you're saying, Mutle, that they feel like their children have so many rights that they come and defend their children, and it really ridicules, minimalizes the authority that the teachers have over the children, and it aggravates that behavior as well. True, Joey. Yes, that is so true. Dr. Amy, I'm also going to be leaving because I have to get ready for work. But thank you so much, guys, for spending these 2 hours with me. Guys, your support doesn't go unnoticed. And because I missed my live, I think on Monday, yeah, you have just helped me to recover that time and those hours. So thank you so much. And I think I will continue this conversation tomorrow. Tomorrow, same time, same place, because I think professions and the respect that is given to professions is an important discussion, especially because of the way we relate to other people in life. So thank you, Lucy. Thank you. Thank you, Alice. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. So please say your goodbyes, guys. There are no cars to give away, so it's okay to say goodbye. Tomorrow, maybe there is a car or two that I will be giving away. So it's okay to say goodbye and leave. Thank you for having us, Dre. This was beautiful and informative. Thank you so much, Lomile. I really appreciate that, and I appreciate your contribution as well. Goodbye, Lucy. Okay. People have started joining now. Okay. I always forget to say, guys, I'll be leaving at the at the beginning of the live. Yes, goodbye. Goodbye, everyone. Goodbye, Dr. Amy. Goodbye, Alice. Goodbye. Okay. I'm going to give ourselves, each other, I'm going to give us a minute. So we're counting down from 17 seconds now. I am going to log out in 17 seconds. So please, please say not 17 seconds, but 30 seconds. So please say your goodbyes before I leave. Goodbye, Lungi. See you in an hour, in 15 minutes, actually. Goodbye, goodbye, goodbye. At least you accompanied me to work. Yay, Muhle. Happy to have been off service. Okay. No, it turns out you are not behind. Lungi. You were just trying to pull my leg. I know you. All right, guys. See you, see you, see you. See you. I love you all. Goodbye.